Hello everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, playing this Vampire Air Elementalist of Kiku Bakudka for week 6 of the Crawl Sudden Death Challenge. And I confess, I just dropped this Scroll of Enchant Weapon before I started recording. Sorry about that. You guys missed some exciting action where I looked over my inventory to see if I was missing anything important, and forgot that I'm trying to mostly, do things on camera. So there you go. It's on the ground. We'll pick it up. There you go. That's what you missed. In the last episode, we ground our way through Vaults 1. It wasn't quite an ordeal, but it wasn't easy. I feel like I'm maybe not using my rods enough. I'm relying too much on just dropping simulacra on everything, which, I don't know, it's not terrible to drop simulacra on everything, but I also, it's costing some piety, I don't know. And are those going to last? I don't know. I guess simulacra are enough to win the game, I think. But are they really going to help out much in Tomb? I don't know about that. So I think a rod is fine against this Cyclops, for example, right? We can just take him out. Yeah, these rods are awesome. And this orc we can just kill without anything at all. There, okay. Sure. So we can kill stuff without just relying on Kiku to give us stuff. But the problem is, as soon as I make simulacra, all right, everybody kill the salamander, please. Ow. Yeah, I was trying to get out of the line of sight of that. Let's just run away from that. I don't want to deal with that. What was I saying? As soon as I make simulacra, I dramatically weaken my rods because I can't really target enemies without also targeting allies. So I want to be a little bit. I want the first thing I do to be empty rods, probably, in most combat, if I can. And then I can get going on the simulacra, basically. But I don't know. It's also I guess I don't mind creating simulacra, but I don't want to spend piety on making simulacra when it will make it hard for me to use my rods, basically. Maybe that's what I'm trying to come up with. We're finally going to identify our last potion, I think. Are there any wands that are more important? I don't think so. Fine. Berserk Rage. Do not want those at drop. Berserk. Don't pick those up. More fancy gloves. And this Cyclops. How's my fail rate? 10%. Getting pretty good. I mean, actually, that's good enough. Kiku will take care of any real problems we have. Yeah, finish putting that on, I guess. It's no good. Everybody kill that, please. And I'll switch gloves back while I wait. I'm just not at all concerned about this thing. Still, I don't have apportation, right? It's not lying around anywhere. Because that would be a big help to find apportation for Tartarus, the tier 2 challenge. There's a lot of stuff here. I could dispel the skeletal warrior. Or I could try to Takema him, but I think he has pretty good MR, so that's not really a winning plan. The ogres, of course, I could Takemas. I think I'm just going to back up a little. Yeah, this ogre. Why is the Skeletal Warrior heavily damaged? I guess the giant club is hitting him trying to get to the ogre. That's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't really need to be running away like this necessarily, but hey, wrong. I meant to cast you, not walk in the U direction. There we go. I just wanted, like, to dispel that. Thank you. And now we have one ogre simulacrum. Well, alright. Yeah, so between Tukimas and all this other stuff, it seems like we're doing pretty well here. I'm reasonably happy with it. I don't really want to have to dispel these guys, but I mean, I will. Would you guys, like, kill this, please? Cool. So we lost all of our simulacra in that battle, basically, but that's the thing about being a necromancer. There's just always more corpses. One way or another. Yeah, look at all of them. I should have looked up something. I should have looked up how spell power affects simulacrum. Because that was something I mentioned in a previous video that I don't know exactly how it works. There are a number of things I can sort of imagine it might do. But I don't actually know the answer. This freezing Wraith, man, he is really putting up a fight. I guess I'll just dispel him. Are there any corpses left? I think I got them all. Yeah, looks like it. What do I do about an Orc Sorcerer? I guess just Rod of Destruction is the thing. But first I'm going to disarm the Knight. Or maybe not first, but eventually anyway. Got him. I've identified the last scroll. What is it? What? Did he read a scroll? What happened? Why have I identified the last scroll? That seems like a bug, I think. It must be that what I think happened is I killed the Orc Sorcerer, and he dropped the last scroll, whatever it was, and then also dropped some other stuff on top of it, so that very briefly I could see it. And then I was like, aha, I've identified it. But now I can't see it anymore. Vault 2, a Scroll of Immolation. Where is it? No, it's up there. I don't know. Puzzling. So I do have some more undead coming up behind me. Right? Yeah. This stuff shouldn't be much of a threat. I mean, I'll disarm the Orc Warrior, I guess. Although, honestly, a short sword is hardly worth it, even. I probably should have just confused him. I don't know, confuse this orc or something. Again, it hardly matters. Wow, this ghoul. I didn't realize ghouls were so tanky. Let's just bottle this orc. Orcs are not very useful as zombies. Or simulacra or whatever. Enchant weapon? No, I already knew about that. Torment? Oh, thanks. Yeah, so that's what happened. He died, he dropped the last scroll, and then he dropped more stuff on top of it, so I couldn't see it anymore. That doesn't seem like it should be what happens, but... there you go. I don't think I'm going to file a bug report on it. I don't know. If any devs are watching and they care, they can fix it. Maybe. But it doesn't seem that important to me. Yeah, that Hornet Simulacrum. OP. So far, Vaults 2 has not been bad. It's been fine. But things could change. Let's, we still got to keep our wits about us. Yeah, let's just get this Cyclops. Nice. Back off. He's trying to mark me, which I do not like very much. There's a Convoker as well. I think I'd rather confuse him, actually, than just disarm him. He's kind of a problem. What is this W? An Eidolon. Oh, okay, so Crypt must be in there, I guess, right? Alright, I'm gonna need a little help here, Kiku. Where are the other corpses? Of course, all the squares the enemies are standing on have corpses. Helpful. Well, I'll just animate dead then. That'll get me a fair number of zombies. And I can back up and make more simulacra. There we go. That's an army. Yeah, guys, go get them, will ya? So that costs some piety. I can't do this for every combat, but I mean, it was only 2 corpse requests, and remember that, you know, that's the main thing we're using Kiku for, and we only have to be above 1 star of piety to do that. So we can afford to use it a lot. Ugh. I can't confuse him, can I? No. Alright. Well, this is sort of a bit of a problem. Okay, well, we, that combat was over, but now it's not over anymore. At least the Convoker is dead, so nothing more is going to show up here. But he summoned so much stuff that our Simulacrum army is not exactly sufficient. Who summoned an Ice Devil is what I want to know. The Cobalt Demonologist. Okay. Doesn't really matter. I'm not too concerned about Ice Devils, really. The Salamander Stormcaller, though, like, he could probably vaporize my entire army. So, would you guys just kill him, please? Yeah. Alright. So, I mean, this is going fine. We had a... Let me just drink some blood here. We had a Convoker drop an additional army on top of us, and it went alright. There should be corpses around here somewhere, right? Like here, maybe? Well, let's just animate dead and grab whatever corpses happen to be around. There's a bunch of kobolds again. I don't know why. Like, I just wish I could hit these things with, like, a weapon, right? It's so frustrating. It makes me feel a lot weaker than I think my character actually is. To be not allowed to melee. Because I'm just... Ow, holy smokes. I thought I was going to be killing him, but he is hurting a lot. I mean, he got mited by the Convoker, so that's why he's so strong. But you know, I mean, I'm not bloodless. It's not like I'm never gonna get that health back. It just came as a bit of a shock. Would you guys please kill the Demonologist? Oh my god, you stupid zombies are killing the wrong stuff. There goes the Demonologist and all the demons. Okay. Whew. Let's just eat this kobold. Yeah. And we need a bit of a rest here. There's a sheep. Oh no, what's the sheep even doing here? This must be a shapeshifter, right? A sheepshifter? Sheepshifter? Huh? But there's actually a lot of sheep, so I don't know. Maybe, I think Cyclopes sometimes keep sheeps as pets here? I don't know. I guess I better use E to drain blood from corpses. Why did you tell me that? What? What? What made you want to tell me that? I'm so confused. Huh. Did I, like, push some button that... I don't know, man. That's super weird. I can't think what I did that prompted it to tell me that. Everyone kill the ogre mage. Yeah. Oh, and I should just Tukima this ogre right next to me. I'm not so helpless now, I guess. Now that I have like a little bit of MP, and I'm fighting stuff with weapons, that is, things that have weapons, not fighting stuff while myself using a weapon. It says I'm the Black Sun. Is it based on my necromancy skill after all? Is it based on my level? What is the deal? I don't remember what my title was a minute ago. Maybe I've been the Black Sun all along, but it feels like something up there just changed. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't even be wasting mana on these stupid ogres while I have Simulacra who are perfectly capable of killing them all. But, like, two-headed ogre Simulacra are serious business. Which is good, because that's apparently all I have. Are they immune to cold or something? They are, but I think Simulacra would still hit fairly hard. Hard-ish. Not very, apparently. That Crystal Guardian, man, wow. What do I even have to deal with him? Apparently, like, he's just immune to everything? So all my rods are going to do nothing. My wands won't do any damage. I guess I have like a box of beasts or a sack of spiders or something, but I don't know that my Evo is high enough that that's going to be an issue for him. I guess I'll try the sack of spiders. Everyone, go get him. I mean, this Crystal Guardian, like... Oh god, the spiders are standing in the friggin' freezing vapor and they're just going to die. Oh, something did a lot of damage to him all of a sudden, didn't it? He's suddenly, like, very wounded. The trapdoor spider is doing work, I guess. Good work, spiders. Maybe it was the simulacra, I don't know. They're not doing a lot of damage, but they did some. Okay, well. Alright, especially with Kiku, I feel like 8% is fine. We certainly don't need any more ice magic. A necromancy, you know, whatever. I think I'm just gonna get... Oh, that's something I thought of overnight, is spellcasting. It's as cheap to train as necromancy and ice magic right now, and it's as effective as training them both for the purposes of simulacrum anyway, because it's half a... Every point of spellcasting is half a point in every school, basically. So if you're trying to train a dual spell skill, and spellcasting is cheaper, then it's great. Anyway, so training just spellcasting is going to get us as far as necromancy and ice magic put together for the moment. What else do I want to get, though? I think I just want, like, more defenses. I should train a little bit of armor. I'm wearing ring mail, which is not super heavy, but just a few, you know, getting armor up to like 4 or 5 would be productive. Okay, so vaults. Here we go. We still have the simulacra, I guess, so I should wait for them to catch up. Where's the centaur warrior? You should all kill him. And actually, I can confuse these centaurs, so... I don't know, like, I could train hexes, I could... There's a lot of stuff I could be working on here. And actually, I can use my rods for all this, shouldn't I? This character is tiring to play, I have to admit. Just makes me appreciate more why you want to play every character as some sort of hybrid. I mean, you can play pure blaster mages. It's not right as often as some newer players think it is. Like, even on Deep Elves, I like always train some weapons. But nice. There's the crypt. Okay, so I guess I was wrong. I thought the crypt was in here, but I guess maybe this connects out, but probably not, I would think. Oh, it does. Okay, so that explains where the Eidolon came from earlier. But just, you know, being able to hit stuff with weapons is so... It's such a relief compared to this. Like, I almost feel like I have to go play another game, like, to take a break from this. But, I mean, I'm not. You know, I'll be fine. Wield the other lightning rod. There's all these slime creatures. I don't really approve of this. Now I'm the Lord of Darkness. So that's 6 pips of piety, apparently. So I wonder if I dropped down to 4 briefly or something. But I don't know. I don't really know how all this... How Kiku's piety works. Or how the titles work, rather. So we just blew through a bunch of this stuff and don't actually have any corpses to work with, which is kind of a hassle. But I can just back off and come back with more rod charges, really. The water moccasin turns into a big kobold. Alright. Alright, we should be able to at least get an Orc Knight. What else can I do about all this junk? We'll just drop down to 5 pips again, I guess. Humans. Alright, let's get the Fire Dragon Simulacra right now. That sounds like the best thing in the world. Yeah, this just absolutely wrecks things. But they, I mean, Simulacra, man, they are not fast. I gotta say that about them. Kill the Convoker ASAP, please. Down he goes. So, like, I wonder what it is that I need to be doing better to make all combat like that. Because I feel like it could be that way, but it's not. You know, is it just use piety a little bit more, or what? I heard a thunk, so there's something with a crossbow around the corner, maybe? Yeah. Oh, of course, you can't use Takima's unranged weapons, silly me. But, like, we just absolutely demolished that guy, right? And I am not doing that to all threats. And I would like to be. And I think it's just that the Simulacra are, like, they don't last long enough. What does Simulacrum? I'm gonna see if I can look it up real quick. Simulacrum. What does spell power do for Simulacrum? Simulacrum 2? Simulacrum 3? 4? It doesn't say. Yeah, I could ask another player. I'm sure somebody knows, but it's not immediately obvious. Actually, one second. I'm going to go check the wiki. Crawl Simulacrum spell power. Because I do want to know if I should be putting more into that. And since I'm depending so heavily on Simulacrum, okay. Tips. Yeah, okay. It's suggesting, yeah, it doesn't say it all. So, I mean, it says there's a spell power component right here, right? It doesn't have range, but it has power. Maybe if I remember in between videos, I'll go look it up in the source or something. But for now, we're just sort of stuck with this. Like, I mean, they kill stuff most of the time pretty effectively. And I can request corpses to get more of them. But what happened? Elf Simulacra are not exactly the most powerful thing in the world. But it seems like just sometimes they fall apart easily. Like, I think that's just sort of the way Simulacra are, is they don't have a lot of health. But they do tremendous damage, and so you need, like, a horde of them. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But it seems like they disintegrate, like, when they just get hit once. And not always, but... You know, a Crystal Guardian was just one-shotting every Ogre Simulacra that walked up to it. Simulacrum, the singular. What do I do? I guess I use a rod? Yeah. Okay. Just gotta, you know, keep on my toes here when I don't have Simulacra following me around. Need to remember that I have other options. Lightning. Yikes. Giant orange brain. Let's get out the other lightning rod. It blinks? Oh, that's cheating. Flayed Ghost and Fire Crab. I don't like Fire Crab very much. He's going to be basically untouchable by Simulacra, I suspect. So let's use a Rod instead. Rod of Ignition is not going to impress him, I would imagine. Lightning Rod should do okay. He's almost dead, but I didn't quite kill him, huh? There we go. And now we can Tukima this Ogre a couple times. Down he goes. And now we've made enough headway to Simulacra the rest of this. Although I didn't get a lot of Simulacra, did I? Fire Crab Simulacrum. Sort of seems almost oxymoronic. It's like an ice crab now. Could you guys kill this? I don't really want to use my rods. But like just Tukima's basically one-shots an Ogre, which is great. And, you know, some other stuff we need to use Simulacra or rods for. Alright, everybody, kill this stupid Great Orb of Eyes, please. And so Vaults 2, very nearly finished, and mostly uneventful. Not perfect, but I'm fairly happy with how it's going. Better than Vaults 1, certainly. Unless things turn around real quick. I'm using this Rod of Destruction a lot, I'm noticing. I think I'm going to recharge it. Yeah, sure. Because it's sort of like the most flexible of my rods in that I can just aim it at one thing. Ignition and Lightning are both great for area, you know, dealing with a ton of guys, but I have the problem that in any given fight, a lot of the stuff in it is my ally. So I kind of appreciate having this Rod of Destruction to deal with stuff when I can't conveniently I was sort of hoping I could kill the Frost Giant a little more easily than this. Should have Tukimed him, maybe? He has good, decent resists. Let's just get out the other Lightning Rod to finish him off, I guess. Back up a little first. And I'm going to have to drink some blood after this, I think. I don't want to be bloodless at this health total. But that's fine. And, no Frost Giant Simulacra today. That's too bad. This Orc Knight does not really stand much of a chance. A new ring. Yeah, okay, well, teleportation. I don't want to wear it, but I do want to have it in case I get abyssed or something. It's handy to be able to teleport. So now I have this question of, like, do I rest or do I just charge onward? And I think I just charge onward while I have some Simulacra. It's a yak-shaped shifter. Why is the Vampire Mosquito in Freezing Vapor? What happened? I guess something killed my Vampire Mosquito Simulacrum. Okay. Another Ring of Teleportation. Interesting. Whoa, so much stuff in here. Yowza. I don't like this very much. I kind of want to just run away. Am I on a door? Yeah, I am. So I could just back off and shut the door, and that buys me some time. And now we have a little bit of a doorway to fight in, although it's not clear to me if that's an advantage or a disadvantage. But like, I can't like hex this stuff because my simulacra are all in the way. Yeah, they're just... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's shut this door again and go upstairs. That was way bad. Oh, we got a kill on the way up. That's nice. And let's find another staircase to use. This one is unsafe. And we'll rest here. Whew. So that was worse than like all of Vaults 2, just that one room. And I'm not sure what I should be doing. Like I can... These guys, obviously no real concern. Just a bunch of undead jokers. You know, like I can torment stuff. That could have helped with that fight, for example. But it's just such a big group that I couldn't really get a good tactical engagement, like where my zombies and simulacrum rather could fight stuff while well positioned. And I couldn't stay out of the line of sight. It was just all nasty. Geez, this Tengu Reaver, man. I mean, it's a different Tengu Reaver, I presume, but... Okay, without his glaive now, is he fast? Yeah, a little fast. He ought to fall pretty quickly to just the glaive, and... Wow! He keeps hitting me with these lightning bolts! Are you kidding me? Man, that is ridiculous. Ugh. Alright, now the humans all heard this commotion of the Tengu Reaver lightning bolting me. Oh, he's wielding a crossbow anyway. I can't Takima him. Alright, we're getting some corpses here. I'm not sure how much is on the other side of that wall, but it seems to be too much, so... Yeah, there's a fair bit of stuff there. Any other corpses lying around that I missed? I wouldn't mind tormenting this. Yeah, let's get the giant orange brain before he summons a bunch of garbage. Takima the Orc Knight. So we seem to have this under control, I think. But we do need to keep our options open and keep our eyes out for an X. I guess keep your eyes out. That's the thing you say, right? I always like when I'm just sort of talking to myself like this, I mean, talking to you guys really, right? But I seem to frequently like say something and then realize, wait a minute, is that even like a thing that is said? Am I getting the idiom right? And I'm not sure why that is. Like, I don't usually, or anyway, not very often, I don't think, catch myself in the middle of conversation wondering if I'm just like speaking some totally different ridiculous language. But do I need to torment all this? There's really not that much going on. Let's just make more simulacra. I don't know. I think there's something about not really getting feedback that makes me think harder about the things that I've just said. Like, I sort of have to be talking to myself here. And like, wait, you know, I don't know. Because when you're actually talking to somebody else, if you say something totally crazy, they're gonna be like, what are you even saying? And so you can just sort of assume that if nobody says that, then what you said makes sense, more or less. But I don't know. When it's just me, I start to wonder, like, I have to take that job myself, I suppose. Yeah, let's go see if I can make simulacra out of more of this stuff. What kind of corpse is this? Humans, fine. I don't have the MP. That stupid ghost moth shapeshifter caused some issues for me. Yeah, it looks like our simulacra are handling all of the humans down there. Okay. Okay-ish, anyway. Not quite as well as I would have liked, but I can mop up with the rod. Rods, plural, apparently, are going to be necessary. And I think this is a fine time to go back upstairs. I don't have any simulacra that I'm, like, sort of invested in. And my health is a little low, so... Well, my magic mostly is what's low. Okay. So Vaults 3 is proving a little hard to break into. But nothing we can't handle. He just has a hand axe. Is that hand axe even going to kill him? I'm going to try it. I'll just pillar dance. And I'll see who wins in the battle between the Orc Warrior and the hand axe. And apparently it's the hand axe, which surprises me a little. Look at that. We rested fast enough that there are still corpses on the ground here. What can I drop? One of my wands of polymorph is fine to drop. The ambrosia, maybe? Might. I don't need might. Because I'm not going to be hitting things in melee. There you go. And I don't see myself needing like the +5 strength or whatever it is in any kind of scenario. All right, so what is there here that you wanted to pick up? I don't see anything. You said my pack was full. Oh, it was another potion of might? No. It said your pack is full. Oh, the scroll of enchant armor. Sure. I can enchant some gloves of strength. Sure. Are there any shops where I can spend all this gold? Just this one armor shop that has like nothing good at all. Great. I guess let's start things off with the lightning rod. This looks like a big pack. And I'd like to start with the Orc Sorcerer if I could. Oh, there are two. Well, let's do that then. Where are the Orc Sorcerers? Got to keep an eye on them. Down there, okay. Sometimes it gets hard to tell what I'm targeting here. Like that would be perfect. Cool. Got all the... Well, I guess I didn't get the other Orc Sorcerer, but a Rod of Destruction should fix that. And Tukimas for the Orc Knight. See you later, Orcs. So it seems like everything I have is like is pretty powerful. Like my rods, right? And but it's sort of limited in scope. There's only so much stuff I can kill all at once. The only thing I have with sustain really is Simulacrum. And I don't know, does that count? Like if the zombies disappear, or rather if there aren't enough corpses, it's still sort of limited. Let's wield this Rod of Ignition. I don't get much usage out of that. And it was an Ice Dragon. Is there any scenario in which I would want Ice Dragon armor? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm currently wearing something with minus RC, aren't I? Yeah, the cloak. But I don't want to lose my fire resist, and it's easy to get more cold resist, just like be bloodless, basically. So, you know, I might want fire dragon armor. I seem to have enough strength for it at the moment. But if I put that on, I would have negative fire resist. So like I just don't want that. I just think if there's any reason I shouldn't make Simulacra out of this. Because when you make a Simulacrum, like, you don't get to butcher it, right? So you miss out on the chance of a hide. But, like, 5 Ice Dragon Simulacra, that is a big army. And I don't know, we can maybe just, like, use Simulacra. I was thinking about, like, how am I going to handle Tomb and Hell? And if I'm bloodless, like... I don't know, you can still get smited is the problem in Tomb. So I can't just like go downstairs, make a zillion zombies and Simulacra, and then just wait for everything to die, which is sort of what I would like to do. But... you know, I can stair dance and then use the zombies that are upstairs, perhaps. But in in Hell, I might actually be able to just do that. I was thinking my earlier plan was just try to, like, steal the Hell Rune with, you know, Bat Form and a port, basically. And haste. But, you know, like, if I can just... make a giant army of Simulacra before I walk into Ereshkigal's line of sight, and I'm bloodless, you know, what is she going to do to me? Ereshkigal has Bolt of Cold, not a big problem. Abjuration, no problem. She has Major Healing, so mainly it's Summon Greater Demon. But those guys, again, they're mostly just about Torment. I don't know. Silence is the big issue because it means that you can't cast more spells. But if I have the zombies, the Simulacra at first, and I mean I'm sure she's good at fighting. Like she'll kill quite a lot of them, but if she gets surrounded, I think we can just take her down with Simulacra. Really, this is a lot of stuff. Right? Like, what is all this? A bunch of orcs, mostly? And a Yaktar captain, who I have learned to respect over the years. Not years. I mean, I have been playing for over a year, but not a lot more. I'm just going to torment this. You know, peace out, guys. And then make some more Simulacra. And everybody just kill whatever you want. I'm not too picky. Wow, these guys are putting up a fight, huh? Sort of thought this would go better for me. Well, let's have the Rod of Ignition ready. Can I actually get off a shot that doesn't hit any friendlies? This looks like it would hit, what is that, a human simulacrum? I guess that's alright. Yeah. It'll probably just melt, but yeah, it's gone. But I got a lot of damage in. Oh yeah, look at all that damage. Now I can do it again, and it would hit an Orc Simulacrum, which would just vaporize again. Yep. Oh, I love those. I love these rods, man. It's so good. You know, they were all tormented, so I may have been doing only half of their health all at once, but that's still fine with me. And let's just get these corpses off the ground. Quit slacking, guys. We got work to do. Yeah, I stepped in a teleport trap. What a stupid zombie. He's not a zombie. I'm gonna just stop correcting myself when I call them zombies. I don't mind. They're undead. You can, doesn't matter if they're icy or fleshy. I probably won't stop correcting myself, sorry, you know, but I'm not gonna worry about it anyway. Okay, see, like, we can absolutely take out a lot of this stuff. It's just, in vaults, situations can get out of hand sometimes. And Iron Brand Convokers are one of the reasons that happens. With their, what is the Word of Recall, where they just bring a bunch of guys from elsewhere on the floor to cause problems for you. See, this doorway is what the problem is. It means that my Simulacra walk in there and then they get hit. There's no chance for them to get, like, several of them into melee range at the same time, I guess. Which I was analyzing earlier is why the Simulacra, like, it's not what they're good at. They need to surround because they have a ton of damage but not much health. So they kind of need to get several Simulacra in contact with the enemy at the same time to actually be effective. So I think doorways are a big problem for Simulacra. I don't know. It seems that way. Maybe I'm wrong. But okay, off we go. What is this on the ground? Stones, who cares? Alright, we're getting kind of close. About 2/3 of the way done with Vaults 2 to 3, maybe. So after Vaults 4, I'm going to go to Crypt, naturally. I say naturally, like, that's not the obvious thing. Normally I would go to probably, like, Depths after Vaults. But yes, walk into the Vapor, who cares? But for the week's challenge, really, the only place for us to go, again, is Crypt, because we have to go to Tomb next, basically. Oh, and so, I don't know, you guys may be interested to know that the conditions for the last week of the Sudden Death Challenge, which is next week, are up. They have been decided and announced, so I know what the last thing I'm going to have to do is. And it's interesting. So it is another book start, so melee, you can do a no melee. And honestly, it sounds like it'll be easier than it will be to do this one, but I've already made it to vaults. Like, I'm not planning to back out just because I could do it again next week. I want to hit things next week. Playing a Demon Spawn Summoner. which seems all right. Where's the table of aptitudes again? Isn't there a thing? Percent, right. So demon spawn, they're kind of a little bit bad at everything, is sort of my general recollection of, yeah, so they have like -1 in every weapon aptitude. And their spells are mostly -1s, a couple zeros, and a +1 in necromancy. But they're 0 in summoning, so so they're all right at summoning. But demon spawn, they're fun to play because you get like random mutations and you don't ever really know what your character is going to be like. And the challenges look tough. Since this is the last week, there's 10 extra points available in challenges. And I don't really think I can get all 20 points. I might be able to manage like 18. I don't know. I might not really have time for a lot of practice games either if this game takes forever. What do I do about all this? There's still, I think, a lot of stuff up here. Oh, I see. I could come at it from this direction. Maybe I'm just gonna leave. Maybe that's what I'll do. You know, the boulder beetle has seen us, but I think that remarkably, the Ironbrand Convoker did not ever see us, so we can. I mean, I don't know. We could fly away from him anyway, but it's nice that he's not chasing us. So let's head into here. There's an Ironbrand Convoker, speaking of. And I have a Rod of Destruction handy. Like I said, we can absolutely squash a single threat, which I really appreciate. And maybe I should be taking more advantage of this by resting as soon as I've done so that I can also squash the next threat. But gosh, do I have that kind of patience? Ugh, I don't know. Plus, it would it would run us a little bit lower on blood, right? Like we only have that one potion right now. And so I need to, I don't know, I have like a bunch of piety. What am I worried about? Let's just ask Kiku for a snack, right? There. I'm not actually going to eat most of this stuff, but I'll bottle this ogre, I guess. Still need to set the auto inscription for that. Here we go. Now we have an army. And our Rod of Destruction is mostly recharged. You know what I could use? I could use Recall. I've never used it before, but with these like slow-ass summons, or zombies, simulacra, being able to drop all of them into the middle of a combat would be really quite useful. That's an idea. I think I'm going to do that. Which would take just a little bit of summonings training, I guess, which is fine. It's in the same direction as Haunt, which I might be able to make use of later. Let's go this way. There's like this spider to deal with, I guess. So that's actually, I think that's going to be a big help. I'm not sure how big, but like these simulacra are not really getting their, like there's a whole bunch of them that are still in the wrong room, right? I mean, imagine if I could get them all into combat. That sounds amazing to me. And I think that that's what I can do with Recall. So it shouldn't be... He has an Arbalest, right? Can't Takima's that. Are you kidding me? This stuff is not dying? Let's try again. More shapeshifters, please? Or, not shapeshifters, geez. Simulacra. Did we just get one corpse? Apparently. A corpse. Come on, Kiku. What did I ever do to you? You know, I can make a skeleton or two. I hear a howl. Sounds like wargs. Oh, the Vault Sentinel is making a lot of noise. Okay. Well, would you guys go kill him, please? Like, I hate that he's in a doorway again. All right, let's actually everyone run away just for a second. We'll get back to this guy. Now go kill him. A troll left a corpse. That's great. Trolls make good simulacra because they're so meaty. You get a lot of them. Okay, yeah, see, like, if I could recall them all in here, that would be great. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll go get that, like, before I even finish vaults. Even perhaps before I finish Vaults 3. I just don't want to leave all these simulacra because it's an investment to get them going, and I don't want to waste the simulacra that I have. Wow, gosh, that rod worked pretty well. But maybe I should, because they would just be that much stronger if I could actually recall them. And it's not really a big deal to make more. I can just, yeah, let's go. Recall, please. Take me to this book. And it's going to take a little bit of experience to get recall working, so I do want to start it before I need it, so to say. These Yaktars, man. They hurt. There we go, and switch to the other lightning rod. Oh, I do enjoy evocables. Okay, and maybe we can bottle some of this stuff, please? Something left a corpse, I hope? Yeah, one Yaktar did. Takima's? Sure. He resists, and he switches to an Arbalest. What kind of genius orc is this? He sees I'm going to use Takima's on him, and he switches to wow. You have my respect, sir. Get blown up, though. There. Now we got his sword. And that should do it? Yes. Alright, we made it to Vaults 2. Actually, I think that's probably a fine place to call the video. Yeah, it's run a bit long. I'm gonna pick up some in the recall in the next video. There's no, there's not much excitement in the exit from Vaults, so we'll just start the next video with that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.